Hey everybody, Man Mountain Link here. We're going to discuss facing sand and backing sand and show you what I use for both. Just give me a second to get ready here and we'll get right to it. This is Delft clay. Delft is a town in South Holland. It's known for its fine porcelain. It's known for its mud. It has some of the finest mud in the world. This particular mud is $66 for 2 kilograms on eBay, where you can buy the exact same thing on Amazon for $10 more. Don't use very much. Just put a little bit in the strainer there. It's very thick. Like I said, it has the word clay right in it. So it's very thick. Work it down, and then I take my spoon, I spread it evenly across the bottom. Well, not so evenly. Actually, kind of thin towards the sides. Thicker wherever the item's going to be. Usually in the center, of course, right? And we get the used 190 grit sand. Right here, this is my backer sand. And I'll put it on top of the Delft clay and then press everything down and cut it off at the top, make it even. Alright, we're just going to clean up everything here real quick. Flip it over, find the little pattern I want to use, this little pirate flag bar. Press it down in there, and I have this little pencil that I use for a sprue. We're going to press it down in there, and we're going to put the top on it, fill it full of backer sand. I want to see if I can show the difference between the sand, the different textures. I failed, but I did try. Going to take some pins, poke some vents in here. I'm going to take it apart, get the piece out of it, put some more vents in it, and then we're going to put it together, put the clamp on it, and it's going to be ready to pour. Glad I put that extra bit of sand there to block that big blowout, and I got a nice ripple finish on the sprue. Too bad I can't keep it, huh? I say it vented. I didn't trust these little T-pins. Every time I made the back of the mold smooth, it looked like it closed up the vents. So I ended up going back with the old barbecue skewer, and I didn't put cardboard behind it, so I had a big blowout on the back. I decided to leave it, and then at the last moment I said, well, the silver's just going to pour out of there if I leave it. So I tried to partially block it with sand, yet leave enough there that it could vent. And hey, it worked pretty good. It didn't go everywhere. I can say that. Hopefully this will sit here long enough. Looks like shit. I'm getting my gloves off. This is yeah, this ain't gonna work. And we got away with it on the last one. Called it like shipwrecked round or something, but we need something to come out smooth. This granular texture is not going to cut it. So, and that was with the ultra expensive clay. So, Yeah, that's the finest I can put on it. Just not going to work. Well, no use staring at it. We'll put the dirt back up and we'll try again later. Y'all have a good one. Well, my demonstration video didn't work worth a toot, did it? I was trying to do a piece with a regular 190 grit Petrobond on one side and def clay on the other to show the difference in the textures, right? Yeah, well, I did a real good job because the Petrobond side looks better than the def clay side, which is, of course, not what it's supposed to do at all. So, blame it on me, not the def clay. But, yeah, I'm trying to discuss facing sand versus backing sand. And if you know what I'm talking about, you can go ahead and tune out right now. But if you have no idea and are even a little bit interested, hold on and I'll try to muddle through it. Now, the facing sand is exactly what it sounds like. It's going to be the sand that's closest to the object that you're trying to cast. You want it to be the finest grade sand that you got. The finest grit. Some of the best you can get at an insanely high price is this def clay made in the Netherlands. I get mine at jetsinc.com. They also sell on eBay. Not buy mine off eBay. So since this is like $60 a kilo or something stupid like that, I think it's $65 for 2 kilos. Right? You don't want to fill your entire mold with this because you just simply can't afford it unless you can. If so, go for it. But I know I can't, so you use facing sand. You put your mold down and you put you a little bit of the good stuff, right? And then you use your backing sand. Now your backing sand can be your regular 190 grit sand. I have a pail of it right here. I have another pail that's actually holding the light up that's pure, doesn't have any of the, see, this is the, I pull out the black, right? The really dark stuff. It goes into a separate container that I'll show you in a minute. And then this stuff I'll use as backer sand. This is basically the same stuff that's in this other container, minus the really black stuff. The black stuff runs through a sifter and gets used as a different style of backer sand. Say you're casting copper or you're casting something you want a little bit of rougher texture. You use your regular 190 grit. Use your regular 190 grit sand, right? Use just the regular stuff. And for a backer, use that for your facing sand. And for a backer, you use your recycled sand. This is that burned up stuff I was talking to you about before. Right? Once it's run through the, I do have a larger version, but a little flour sifter, it can be used again. See, it still holds its shape. So as long as you can do that with your sand, that's one of the tests in the book I got actually is you take your sand, do it like that, and see how it holds together when you break it. So this is still good, even though it's been burned to charcoal. Of course, the more of the orange sand you leave with your burn sand when you're doing your sifting, the better it's going to be, right? But yeah, this is still, even though you burn it up, save it, sift it, do the test, if it's still good, might as well keep using it, right? Now there are people that say that you add a certain oil to this, and maybe some other type of clay, like bitumen, which you'd get from cat litter. I haven't done any of that, so I'm not going to tell you to do it. But I hope I have described differences in facing sand and backing sand and when you can use each. And we will holler at you later